Yo, Daniel, show first. I guess it's time for another bedside vlog. Just going to bed now, and I was thinking about something, and that's, by the way, that's how my mind works. Actually, um, I constantly, my mind is constantly thinking about like how things work, how I work, um, and I guess yeah, like I am sharing some of that stuff here with you. Um, I think it may be a bit hard to phrase, but basically, like a big realization I had now. I was always into kind of productivity because I was always very disorganized, very distracted, and minimizing distractions was something that I always intended to do. I always intended to like I was always like working on like being more focused, being again not going to Facebook and other stuff while I'm working and spending my time efficiently and this kind of stuff. Um, I'm just realizing actually that kind of stuff. If you just try to be more productive, why? Like the big question is like why are you doing this? What benefits is it giving you? Oh yeah, I have more free time. Okay, more free time for what? So I realized that was the problem there, and that's why like I faced like so many problems with being productive because there was no big huge goal for it. And I'm realizing now that like when I starting to have a lot of stuff to do and a lot of responsibilities and a lot of exciting stuff, well, actually, so when you have a very big why, the distractions, the small stuff, they will naturally fall off, fall to the wayside because you have a very big why. Like for me, for example, like I want to challenge myself. Like let's give you an example right here. Well, I want to challenge myself, and on top of all my responsibilities, like a tons of responsibilities with poker, coaching, social media, twitching, vlogging, whatever, like so much stuff. I want to start going to the gym 6 times a week now. I'm currently going 3 times, but I want to go like 6 times. So and just because it's impossible, so when and this is actually something like that excites me, right? So because it's something that excites me and it's like, oh yeah, this is like I really want to do this, I would feel like awesome doing it and doing the impossible. Well, that's how you get rid of the distractions, that's how you get more productive because there's a reason. There's a reason for that because I want to do all this awesome shit. So all this awesome shit and distractions do not go hand in hand. Does this make sense? Do you understand? Basically, not to wrap up, I'll just say like I want to go to bed, but I got pretty amped up now. I hope I can still sleep. Basically, what I'm trying to say, if you're trying to be productive just because you think it's good to be productive, if you think that's something desirable, uh, and if you want again like avoiding distractions and this kind of stuff, if you have these like poor whys, if you don't have a strong why, you will have a hard time, very hard time being productive and not getting distracted, this kind of stuff. But if you have a really big why, like, oh yeah, like I really want to do this cool shit, and this cool shit implies that I have to be very sharp with my time. That means no distractions, that means like being very productive with my time. Well, those will naturally fall apart. The distractions will naturally fall apart. So focus on why it would be so cool. Find something, challenge yourself first, and then the distractions will go low. And this is a big realization for me because I always tried to be productive just because, but there was nothing to do in my free time. Like nothing like, oh yeah, I want to do this because I want to do this cool shit. There was nothing like that. So I'm gonna wrap up on this thought and hopefully gonna go to bed. Daniel, show of words, have a big why, and then the distractions will fall off. Peace.